I know you guys love a paratha recipe, and today's paratha is absolutely delicious. I'm combining some of my favorite things in it. So I am making an onion and paneer paratha. This is a super quick paratha, ready in less than 30 minutes. So it's great for any time of the week and a weekend as well if you want to enjoy it with a nice cup of chai. And they are absolutely perfect for your lunch boxes. So you can make them, semi-cook them, and then fully cook them in the morning and take them in your packed lunch. So it's not just onion and paneer mixed together, put it in the filling and stuff it and roll it. I'm gonna make it delicious by mixing the flavors in the dough and the filling. So let's get cooking. Before that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button. The sun's shining. I've gone a bit the sun. First things first, I'm going to prepare the dough, and I am going to finely chop one medium-sized onion. Going to start with 300 grams of chapati flour atta, and to this going to add the chopped up onion. I've got some ground cumin, half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili powder. I'm just going to increase the turmeric to 1 teaspoon. I'm adding another half. And now, like all the parathas, if you watched my paratha videos before, you add little water at a time. I have got around 250 ml, but that means nothing. Just take enough water to get the dough together. I think that will be enough. So I've still got a little bit left, and now I just knead it, bring it together. And this is all the kneading it needs. A couple of seconds. Just gonna cover. This doesn't need too much resting. All I'm going to do is prepare the filling. So now that the dough is done, like I said, it doesn't need much resting, and that's the beauty about this paratha. You don't need any kind of resting time. This is paratha that is ready in less than 30 minutes. So just leave this aside and get on with the filling, and that is also super simple to just bring it together. So we need around 20 to 30 grams of cheddar cheese. I have got 225 grams of a block of paneer. I need a little bit of coriander and a very sad looking chili, but even if it's sad looking, it will be really good and strong and spicy. So first things first, I am going to grate these with a kind of a coarse grater. Now if you're lucky to find paneer that is super soft, you don't have to grate it, you can just crumble it, or if you've made homemade paneer, that crumbles up quite nicely as well. And now that little piece of cheddar. This is optional. If you want, you can just add more paneer if you want to skip this cheddar cheese. My son loves the cheddar, so I add this mainly for him. Now the chili and the coriander. In goes the chili and the coriander, and now I'm going to add some lovely spicing to this. So I have got half a teaspoon of salt. There's no turmeric in the filling. It was just for the dough. Half a teaspoon of chili powder or more if you want. Half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. That's going to add a lovely, lovely flavor. And last, half a teaspoon of garam masala, which is, as you can see, it's homemade. Gorgeous. And all that's left to do is mix this up. Now I'm going to start preparing the paratha rolls. So we have everything. We have got the filling, we have got the dough, and we have the rolling board and pin, chakla, belan. So this should make, depends on how big you want, but a standard, I would say, would make around 8 parathas. So I am gonna get on with the first portion. Roll it in some flour, really important, otherwise it will stick to it straight away. Roll it a little bit That's it. So 2 to 3 inches, and then we put a little bit of the filling in here. As much as you can squeeze into this. And then just bring the sides together. And don't worry if it breaks up. I get a lot of people asking me how to stop it from breaking. I don't particularly try it on purpose to stop it from breaking, because whatever comes out and breaks up and tears, and when it is cooked on the tawa, that's the crispiest best bit. So again, roll it in flour. You can see it's nice and fat, and there it is. What a beauty. So I'm going to roll 2 or 3 and then turn the hob on. And if you want to save time, you can like cook in 2 pans. So you can have 2 pans going, and then that'll save you a lot of time. And once you have a really nice hot pan, so I've got one pan going on here and I've got another pan going on here, and that's just to save me time because I've got 2 hobs. might as well cook on 2 hobs. After a minute or so, you'll start seeing some bubbles, and that's when you turn it around. What a lovely, lovely yellow turmeric color. So another minute or so and you turn it back over, and you can see it's cooked a bit more. And now I can add some ghee or oil. So I'm going to be using some ghee today because, you know, why not? Half teaspoon on each side, depending on how generous you're feeling. And then the same on the other side, and that is going to crisp it up. So whether you decide to use oil or ghee is totally your personal choice. Ghee adds more flavor. Let me just add that, and then just cook it for a minute more. Press it a bit and be patient. Cooking only a couple right now, and whatever I want to cook for dinner later, I'm semi-cooking it. So I'm just cooking it once it's golden, but not frying it in ghee yet. And I've rolled the rest out, and you can see I've just got the last one left, and I've got the perfect amount of filling left. So that turned out really, really good. And now you'd serve this with some lovely, gorgeous butter. I'm just cooking the last paratha. Now you might ask me, why would I not add the onions in the filling? Why have I put it in the paratha? And that is what difference it makes in the taste. If I put it in the filling, it's delicious, don't get me wrong. We put onions in lots of parathas in the filling, but keeping it in the dough cooks it from the outside when it touches the pan, and when it's cooked with ghee, it tastes amazing. So these are all the parathas that are semi-cooked. So they cooked, and that's my family's dinner. So I'm going to cover it in foil because a lot of you ask me how to kind of store it and stuff, and I'm going to wrap it in a cloth and leave it till tonight when we are ready to eat, and that's when I will fry them with the ghee and serve them hot. But let's get to these parathas which I have cooked, and I'm going to taste. So I would serve this like I'm doing right now, with lots of butter and some yogurt on the side, some kind of raita. There's a really lovely cucumber raita I shared recently. That would